What is up, you gorgeous, fabulous creatures, and welcome to another brand new Thursday episode of the all new Losing It podcast. You're here with Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating coach, and I am so fucking pumped and excited for today's episode because I had something planned vaguely in my mind and then I just ditched it right now at the last second. I said to everybody, that's not what we're doing. We're not doing that at all. I want to share something completely different with you today. And I'm really pumped and excited because it's not just me spitting information at you today, which is, I'm sure, very jolly if you enjoy being spat at, but that's not what we're doing today. I'm going to ask you to join me today in an adventure that I am partaking in. But I will tell you a little bit more about that, memento. But firstly, there are so many of you now that have hopped into the free weight loss course that I created for you. And I mean, seriously, I put a lot of fucking effort into this. So if you haven't got it yet, kyliepax.com/free course. It is, yes, listen, I'm always going to be upfront with you. There's no shade here, right? At the end, I do invite you to join me in my upcoming F the Scale membership, but you don't have to do that. You don't need to do that. You can lose all the weight that you want to lose and transform your entire life just with the free course alone. So the link is in the show notes, but if you haven't got it, kyliepax.com/free course. Seriously, you're missing out. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, let's dive into today's short and sweet episode. I really like my podcast episodes because they don't go for 60 minutes, which so many, I think that's the sort of the industry standard. When they sort of started, it was like a long form level of communication, and that's fine, but I don't have personally 60 minutes to listen to somebody's podcast. So every episode that you'll find with me, apart from the ones where I'm babbling like this, are usually between 20 to 25 minutes maybe. And if you listen to them at to 1.5 times speed, it's going to be far quicker. But this is what I want to share with you today. Last weekend, I don't know if I've mentioned this to you before, but was it last weekend? Might have been the one before. Phil and I went out for breakfast and we were talking about why do we, people in general, yes, human beings, but also we, me and him, why do we know what to do, but we don't fucking do it? Like, why is that? It's so unbelievably annoying. And I know why it is. I said to him, I know why it is because I teach it. I said to him, I know why it is. Do you want me to tell you? It's like, yeah. I said, it's because human nature dictates that you must, as a matter of survival, stay consistent with who you believe that you are. The example I always use is you're not going to get up tomorrow and start acting like Beyonce because you don't believe you're Beyonce, right? Whatever it is that Queen Bee does, you're not going to get up and start doing that tomorrow because you don't think you're her, but she'll get up and do it because she knows who she is in her core, the standards that she holds herself to, what she represents, and she will get up and act and have certain mannerisms and certain habits that she will align herself to every day, non-negotiable, no matter what. But we haven't perhaps set ourselves to such high standards and habits yet. So we don't act in accordance with whatever Queen Bee acts with. We act in accordance with our shit-ass habits, right? I'll just hit snooze on the alarm and I'll sleep in. I will just tell myself that I'll start my fancy new meal plan next Monday, but next Monday even rolls around, I don't even fucking do it then. I tell myself I'm going to get Kylie's free course, but I don't actually put it in my planner and make it set a time and a reminder in my phone to make sure that I do it. Or, this is even better, I get Kylie's free course and then I don't do it. These are, listen, I don't want you to beat yourself up over this. That's not what it's about. It's about identifying who you truly see yourself as. Do you see yourself as a person who follows through, as a person who commits and is consistent in what they commit to? Or do you see yourself as a person who, if I tell somebody else I'm going to do something, I'll probably do it. I may even try and weasel my way out of that. But when it comes to me telling myself I'm going to do something, for sure, I will always just let that slide because who the fuck is it going to impact? Nobody but you. So you think and you tell yourself, it's not like the world's going to come crumbling down around me if I don't work out today or if I do watch Netflix all night instead of doing the meditations that I said I was going to do. Like it's not going to impact anybody else. So you just let it go. And the reason you let it go is because you see yourself as a person who still will half-ass things through life. if you think it's not going to have a massive detrimental effect. This is what I mean by that. If I said to you, listen, if you don't get my free course and follow it consistently for 5 days and see how much weight you lose, literally meteorites will hit your house, everybody that you love dies, and you will be decapitated in the end. You're going to get your ass over to the website and you're going to get the free course real fast and you're going to follow it. Okay. But if I say to you, oh, listen, honey, hey, so this free course is there. Do it if you want. Doesn't really matter, It's no biggie. You'll be like, oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll do it because, I might want to make Kylie happy. I'll tell her that I'm going to do it. But really, when kids get busy, when the life gets busy, when the shit hits the fan, you could hold yourself accountable to your standards, but you don't. You don't, because you still don't see yourself as a person who is rock solid in their commitment to themselves. As I say, let me repeat for the people in the back. To others, potentially, maybe. Like I say, I will still try and weasel my way out of that. But to yourself, sure as fuck, you'll let those things slide. The reason that you have particular things that you want to achieve at the moment, health standards for yourself. So I'm just going to dob him in now. He joined the gym with me in January. The man's probably been about less than 10 times. And I'll toot my own horn because I'm really fucking proud of myself, because normally it would have been reverse. I have been really consistent. I haven't missed much time, probably in the whole of this year, a couple of weeks, because I was sick one time. I was sick twice. I had a cold and then I had a cold in January. Or February or something along those lines. So I've missed because of those reasons. But outside of that, if I've been able to go, I've made myself go. Not because I wanted to, definitely didn't want to. And not because I enjoy it and it's so much fun. Like, I liked it in the beginning, but now the novelty has definitely worn off. So I go because I was committed. So I said to him, babe, you're not going at the moment because you just have stopped seeing yourself. When I met him, he was a person who was fully into the gym. He would go at 2 a.m. if that was the only time he had. That was how he saw himself. But for some reason, he's reverted back to just seeing himself in a different light. Like, yeah, that's just not who I am. And let's be clear, the man has a great body either way. So there was no huge impact. Whereas someone like me, if I don't consistently choose to engage in some form of physical exercise, I'll be 45 million kilos heavier tomorrow morning. So that's just how it is. So I have a higher motivation level. For him, it's more, he's going to get results. He's going to be healthy and there'll be some muscle growth. There'll be some muscle growth. But it's not huge. It's not massive changes that he's going to be seeing. So there's less motivation for him to do it as well. But either way, he is currently not seeing himself as a gym goer. Imagine what it would be like if we thought about the 5 or 7 things that we are currently sort of a little bit just lukewarm on. We kind of do it sometimes, but not all the time, or we let it slide when things get a little tricky. I said, think about, let's just say, your 5 needle movers. I mean, I'm talking about the things that if you actually did them, they would have a massive impact on your life. They would be needle movers. I'm not talking about I should put the washing away every week. Like, who gives a fuck? That's not going to fucking impact your life. Nothing is going to really change. You might feel a little bit more peaceful if you don't have to step over piles of laundry, but it's not going to massively impact your life if you put washing away every week. I'm talking about fucking needle movers, people. Needle movers. The things that if you really committed to doing them every single day for an extended period of time, your life would be so fucking radically different. You would be unrecognizable to others and yourself. I said, imagine if we stepped into that kind of energy and we said, okay, what are the 5 to 7 things that I know? Listen, you already know what your things are. I knew what my things were. They came to the surface very fucking quickly, and I'm going to share them with you in just a second too. I wrote them down on my notes on the notes on my phone, and I told him to do the same. I instructed him. I said, this is what we're going to do, babe. I said, this was a week or so ago. So I said, starting the 1st of September, that's going to give us 120 days until the close of this year. I said, imagine if for 120 days you did all the shit, you did all the things that you currently know you should be doing, but you're not. Imagine how different your life would be in 120 days. So I wrote down, for me, I said, think in your heart, really just drop into your heart for a minute and feel like, what is the number for you? He said for him, the number was 5. I think it might have been 5, might even have been 3. But for me, the number was 7, right? I can't explain why. This is what I mean. Really just drop into your heart and feel what is the right number for you. And I just felt like God was just giving me the number 7. So I said to him, I just feel like I've got 7 things. I'm going to choose 7 things. I don't know what they were, but I'm going to choose them. And then about a day later, I sat down and thought, let me just think about what I want my 7 things to be. And I wrote them down on my notes, and I'm going to share them with you now, because I did end up having 7 things. Now, I actually strongly suspect that Phil is not going to do it, just between you and me. I think he's going to drop out. So I'm looking for someone to do this with me. And I thought today, when I was putting on my fabulous red lipstick, how fun would it be if I invited every listener of the podcast to do this with me and we did it together? And if you're not listening to this on the 1st of September or prior to the 1st of September, maybe it's the 13th of September and you're like, I've missed my 120-day mark. Doesn't matter. You start and you count the days from where you are then. It's still going to be a lot better than one day before the close of the year. Whenever you start, you start. And what I would suggest is, what if you choose your 5 to 10 things that are really resonating in your heart, the shit that you know, if I could just make myself do this consistently, I know my life would be so radically different. It would be so much better. But I just don't have anyone to hold me accountable. I'll fucking hold you accountable. You think I won't hold you accountable? Look at me now. Look at me with the head swinging, the ponytail swinging. I'll hold you fucking accountable. Don't you worry about that. So all I'm asking you to do, I thought about this right now. I literally have nothing prepared. I don't have an email prepared. I don't have anything prepared for this. So I'm simply asking you, if you want to do this with me and we hold each other accountable, I'll hold your ass in line, don't you worry. Then come and find me over on Insta, Kylie Pax. It's not kyliepax.com. It's at Kylie_Pax. You'll find me. I'm the only one. Find me over on Insta and send me a DM. Just say, yes, I'm in. I listen to your podcast. I'm fucking in. I'm in. Then I will tell you how we're going to do it, what we're going to do. And we will be together, you and me, for 120 days or whenever you sign up with me. We're going to join. Okay, there's no cost. It's just free. Let's just fucking do it. Let's just get our lives and our shit together so that you have a sense of empowerment in your own damn life. So with that being said, this is the things that I have chosen because, and listen, this is how you can know what to choose. If you're confused, you're thinking, I don't know, I've got a million things that I know I should be doing. These are the things that they're the things you really want to do, but you're not doing them. That's how you know what your needle movers are. They're the things that you know would make your life better, but you've always got an excuse not to do them. So my first one, real easy for me to come up with, was getting up at 5 a.m. These are my 7 things. My first one was, I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. I used to do it years ago, really every day, and it was phenomenal. Did I want to get up at 5 a.m. every day? No. And I don't even want to do it tomorrow, because for me, tomorrow is 1st of September. I don't want to do it tomorrow at all, not even remotely, but I'm fucking doing it. So my number one thing is get up at 5 a.m. because I want, not just to torture myself, because I want those 2 extra hours in the day, because I know that if I get up at 5, then I will be able to do the other things that really impact my life, like journaling or meditation or visualization or writing out my daily plan, like the things that currently are getting swept to the side because I don't have time. Well, if I get up at 5, I've got fucking time. So my first thing is getting up at 5 a.m. The second commitment that I'm making to myself, and let me just slide this in here while I think about it. We're not setting goals, we're setting commitments. I heard this years ago, so I don't know who said it, but it really resonated with me. For us to stop setting goals and start setting commitments. Very different vibe, very fucking different vibe. Stop setting goals, start setting commitments. These are my 7 commitments. So the first commitment is getting up at 5 a.m. The second commitment is to journal every day. Ooh, I used to do this again years ago, and it was just groundbreaking for me. It changed my entire life and my perspective, and it was so insightful, and I just got so much wisdom from squirreling around in my own brain, sorted so much of my own shit out. So journaling is the second thing that I've got on my list. The third thing is working out. Now, yes, I already do that, but I want to be really consistent with it. I don't want to give myself leeway or opportunities for excuses or dropping out or anything like that. So the third thing on my list is I just wrote working out, but what it really means for me is moving my body in a positive way every day. See, there's your Disney rhyme for today. So that might look like on a particular day, as we're heading into the warmer weather now, that might look like going for a walk on the beach or something like that. Other days it might look like going to the gym. It's whatever resonates with me on that day, but I will be moving my fucking body every single day. And the fourth thing on my list is to live stream every day. I'm coming at you all day, every day. Again, it was something that I did. I made a 12-month commitment many years ago to do 12 months of live streams. It was life-changing for me. It gave me so much confidence and ability and knowledge and wisdom and experience. Like, it was just something I really enjoyed. And then I just dropped off and stopped doing it. So I'm going to be live streaming every day. The fifth thing on my list is study. Again, it's something that I bought 1,000 courses. I have access to a ton of mentors, and I still am like putting other priorities before that. Like I spoke about earlier, like you get my free course, but then you don't do it. You'd fully intend to do it. We're not idiots, right? And we're not losers. We tell ourselves that we're going to do it. We just don't actually do it. So there will be an element or some time allotted for study every day. I don't care if it's 15 minutes, like it's going to happen. The sixth thing on my list is reading. Again, I have like a truckload, an obscene amount of books and things that I want to be getting through. I just keep putting other things before that. So number 6 is reading. And number 7 on my list, I really like because it's the catch-all. And I think this is the key to everything. And I just got to make sure I can see my list clearly here. Because sometimes we stick very rigidly to our list, and then if something doesn't sort of flow or align with it, other things will slide. So just because it doesn't fall on my list doesn't mean it doesn't matter. So the number 7 thing on my list says that I will, for the next 120 days, be 100%, I will give 100% commitment and be compliant to all tasks that I am laying my hand to. There is a 0 excuses policy. So that there is things where like leaving washing lying around for 3 weeks or whatever the situation might be, that is a 0 tolerance policy. Whatever task I'm engaging myself in is going to be done properly. So that is my catch-all for anything that doesn't fall under the first 6 labels. Well, it will fall under number 7. I will not be doing things half-assed. I will not be doing them like halfway. Things are going to be done properly or fucking not at all. They're going to be done. I don't even like that. I don't even like that saying. They're going to be done, and they're going to be done properly. So here's the other thing that I just want to make sure is very clear, very clear. Something I think would be a great idea for you to do if you want to do this with me and we do our 120-day reset together. One of the things that I think would be remiss if I didn't say to you, you've got to do the free course at the same time, please. Like, otherwise, what the fuck are we doing? Do you know what I mean? This is about weight loss. This is about emotional eating. This is about getting your shit together with food and yourself and your body and your mindset. The free course is going to help you do all of that. So make sure that you do add that in as a honorary member on your list, because that if we get to the end of the 120 days and you've still got a fucked up relationship with food and you're still struggling with your weight, this served no purpose. This reset has to get you to where you want to go. This is not just something we're going to do for fun. This is I want you to choose your items really carefully. Are they going to take me where I want to go? If they're not, they don't make the grade. Simple as that. Now, with that being said, what we get really, really, really tempted to do is if we think we're going to be starting some new plan, we tend to binge on all the foods we think we have to give up just prior to that. First thing I want to say about that is, you know the way I roll. We don't give up foods. We don't give up any foods. Most certainly we don't give up foods that we love in my programs at all. I lost 20 kilos all the while eating the foods that I enjoyed. And I've lost another, because I gained some back with the Marina. So I've lost another 8 or 9 kilos this year, all the while eating chocolate the whole way through, having the foods I love. Yesterday I had a pink iced donut because that's my favorite thing. Like, I'm not going to stop doing that. Otherwise, weight loss isn't worth it to me. Do you know what I mean? I want to be able to enjoy my life. I've still got way too much life to live. I'm not going to be eating fucking carrot sticks the whole time. That's some special brand of bullshit. And either way, you can't eat tomorrow's pleasure today. Hear me when I say this. You cannot eat tomorrow's pleasure today. You can't eat enough junk food today so that when tomorrow comes around, you're not going to crave it. That's not a thing. It's not a fucking thing. No, nobody has eaten so much chocolate today that from evermore they don't want no more chocolate. That's not how it works. In fact, it's probably only going to increase your cravings. So please don't do that. That is not how I roll. You don't need to give up anything when you're in my world in order to achieve any of your goals, most especially weight loss. So my loves, I know this has been a bit of a different episode. It's had a completely different vibe, but I'm excited to see who's going to pop into my inbox so that we can do this together. So again, fly on over to Kylie Pax over on Instagram, drop into my DMs, and let's do this 120-day reset together. Like I say, if you fall in and we do a 90-day reset with you, like whenever you arrive, let's start from there. But let's get your fucking shit together. We're more than halfway through the year now. I will not accept finishing this year in a semi-similar place to where I started. That is so unfathomable to me. Like, that's abhorrent. We have a responsibility to ourselves to up-level every day, but most certainly every year. I don't want to see you clinking your fucking champagne glasses together on the end of this year going, next time it'll be different. Won't be fucking different. Nothing's going to be different if you don't do something different today. So head on over, find me over on Insta under Kylie Pax, drop into my DMs, and let's do this together because I'll whip your booty in shape real fast. Like I said, it's free. Like, let's just do this just to do it. Let's just do it just to get it done. I'm sending you tremendous amounts of love. As always, remember, when you give yourself permission to level up in your life and do something different and create the life that you know you deserve, you give another woman permission to do the same. Sending you tremendous amounts of love. I'm going to see you over on Insta. Until then, my gorgeous ones, bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to shimmy your butt over to kyliepax.com/free course and sign up for my free weight loss training so you can start losing your weight now. You'll also find helpful notes and resources in my past podcasts that will help you lose your weight without the BS diet drama. I'll see you next week.